Welcome back. Today we are diving deep into a true RC legend, the Tamiya Frog. We really want to unpack the engineering secrets behind why this thing could jump like nothing else and just take incredible abuse.
Yeah, absolutely. And the key thing to understand, our sort of mission here, is that it isn't just one part. It's really a whole design philosophy. The ORV chassis, the whole car, it's an active player in soaking up those impacts.
Okay, so let's start with that foundation then. The chassis itself is, well, it's that weird ABS space frame, right?
Right.
Very different from the usual plastic bathtub designs you saw back then.
Totally different. And what's really fascinating and kind of crucial is the controlled torsional flex. Unlike super rigid modern frames, this thing is actually designed to twist and bend just a little bit.
Twist. So the frame itself acts like a damper.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
a primary large-scale damper. It spreads out that sharp, high-frequency impact energy across the whole structure. Rigid designs, they just concentrate stress right at the mounting point. Boom, something breaks. But the Frog could, cartwheel down a hill and you'd probably just drive it away.
Right, okay. But if it's all about survival through flex, how did that compare to something like, say, Tamiya's Fox? Wasn't that meant to be the high-performance racer?
Ah, good question. That's the perfect contrast. The Fox had a much more rigid monocoque chassis. Think scalpel versus battle axe. The Fox was precise on a smooth track, sure. But that rigidity meant it just couldn't handle the really brutal, awkward landings the Frog shrugged off. The Frog's survival instinct came directly from that whole body flex.
Okay, battle axe, I like that. And part of that design was also putting the heaviest bit, the battery, like super low in the frame. Why does that placement matter so much once it's in the air? Is it just about landing stability?
It's more about in-air stability. That low center of gravity creates a really high polar moment of inertia. Think of spinning a heavy wheel. Once it's going, it wants to stay stable, right?
Yep.
That low battery acts like a gyro stabilizer in the air, makes the chassis naturally resist pitching forward or backward or tumbling sideways. It wants to stay level.
So the chassis provides the stable platform, but you still need to launch it properly. And this is where the suspension gets really unconventional. It's asymmetric. Fast front, slow rear.
Yeah, it's wild. The front is basically an undamped launcher. You got this stiff, sideways-mounted spring, but absolutely no oil damping. Zero.
Which sounds terrible for handling bumps.
Terrible. On rough ground, it's not great. But hit a ramp face. That spring instantly releases all its stored energy. Pow! It acts like a kicker, a catapult, launching the nose up immediately for a stable flight path. They literally sacrifice cornering for airtime.
Okay, so the front kicks it up. Then the rear suspension, the absorber system, must be about controlling the landing.
Precisely. That's a fully independent trailing arm setup. Crucially, it is horizontally mounted, oil-filled dampers. Its whole job is controlling the speed of compression and rebound.
Ah, so it stops it bottoming out too hard.
Yes, prevents harsh bottoming, but also stops it bouncing all over the place after landing. Keeps those big rear spikes planted. The only real downside of that long travel needed was the original drive shafts, those hex ones. They could pop out sometime.
Right, I remember that. Okay, let's talk mid-air control then. It's 2WD. How can you adjust its attitude? I thought that was a 4WD thing.
It's the 2WD gyroscope effect,
Yeah.
and it's magnified by those absolutely enormous rear tires. They're huge, right? 51 millimeter wide, 88 millimeter diameter. They act like powerful reaction wheels.
So hitting the throttle.
Kitches the nose up, hit the brakes.
Nose down. Got it.
Exactly. It lets you make surprisingly fine adjustments in the air. You can actively level it out for that perfect four-wheel landing.
So the durability isn't just one thing. It's like a chain reaction of energy absorption.
That's a great way to put it. It's sequential. First, the nylon suspension arms flex a bit, take the edge off. Then the oil dampers turn impact energy into heat. And finally, whatever's left gets soaked up by that controlled twist in the main space frame.
Which is so different from its siblings, like the Hornet or Grasshopper. They had that awful pivot slap on landing.
Yeah, and that came straight from their solid rear axle design. High unsprung weight, violent rebound. Just uncontrollable after a big jump. The Frog's independent rear completely avoids that.
And thankfully, when Tamiya re-released the Frog in 2005,
They kept the core magic, but they wisely swapped those weak hex drive shafts for the much tougher dog bone type. Finally fixed that Achilles heel.
So wrapping this up, what's the big takeaway for listeners thinking about the Frog's design?
I think the most provocative thought is this. The Frog isn't a legendary jumper, despite his quirks, the undamped front, the flexi frame. It's legendary because of them. It's just this beautiful masterclass in design synergy where everything works together for one specific purpose, jumping and surviving.
Hmm.
It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other designs out there seem quirky today but are actually hiding some kind of genius synergy we just haven't fully grasped yet?